Welcome to the talk show today. We've got a couple of very special guests that are joining Mark and myself, dealing with, I guess, as we had the Brockway family here, dealing with their issues and dealing with the fact of turning a tragedy into something that is special and very positive and something that is a living legacy, so to speak. And we have another story that is certainly as I guess what is when a young person dies, it is as tragic, and especially losing a daughter, losing a son. It is always a very difficult and painful time. Well, Brett Ritchie, his mother Mary is here, and we're talking about an event that happened a little over a year ago, October 12th, 2013, when Emma Richey was coming back. She was coming back. Tell me how she was coming about. What was she coming back from, Brett?
I'm really not sure what they were coming home from, but they were on their way home. They were just outside Danville, between Danville and New London.
And I guess what a blind spot area?
It was
a
tractor trailer. I believe the lights. There was a short or something, I believe, and they just saw it a little too late.
Okay.
And it's just...
So it was one of those things, and and you got that. I'm guessing the knock on the, was it a knock on the door from the?
Actually, my daughter Natasha called me.
Okay.
Just frantic, and so we jumped in a car. My daughter and son-in-law jumped in a car and drove to the scene.
Okay.
And yeah, that's when we found out. I think the toughest thing of the whole incident was telling my oldest daughter Tiffany that she'd lost her sister, and trying to hold her up from falling to the pavement. It was very,
It's a very, very difficult time. You were telling, we were talking about what very colored. It was an extremely lively 16-year-old that was her own person. Is that what
yes,
how you described that?
Absolutely.
She sort of did her own thing and wore brightly colored clothes and tried out for everything, right?
Oh yeah, she went out for everything. She even tried wrestling for a little while. She was very beautiful and very special, and she just encouraged everybody around her to do the same. Be who you want to be. Go out there and grab life.
All right. Well, you have made it your, I guess, mission to honor her memory, to keep a legacy alive, and to to find a way to turn a tragedy into some very, very special things. And you are going to be doing that with music, and you're in the music community, right? Is that correct?
Absolutely. I was a singer for a band in my youth, and just the friends I'd made and the connections that I came across. As soon as we lost Emma, I had a lot of these guys step up and say, "Hey, how can we help?" And it was a night in February. I was talking to the bass player of 20 Foot Forehead from Ottumwa.
Okay.
And we kind of came up with the idea of, why don't we put a CD together, and the CD we've put together is entitled Iowa Artists for Emma. We have 18 tracks on it, over an hour worth of music, different groups from across Iowa. And not only Iowa, there are some bands that are from out of state, but they're members in the band. There's either one or two from Iowa that are in that band. So just Iowa artists have stepped up, and I am just absolutely grateful to each and every one of them.
And you're selling this online, is that right?
Actually,
is that right? You're selling it.
We're going to be selling it at Mount Pleasant Music and More. I need to talk to like Z's Quick Break and anybody who would like to carry this CD for us. And you could also order it. Our P.O. Box is 772 Mount Pleasant, Iowa. And that's the Emma Ritchie Charity Foundation. And
is Emma's story? Is there a backstory? Is there a story on the CD? I'm guessing there is for those who would see it and read it and find out what basically a small biography. Is that right?
Actually, we've got most of that on the Facebook page.
Oh, okay, all right. And what is the Facebook page? Is it?
It's Emma Ritchie Charity Foundation on Facebook.
All right. Well, you are an actual foundation. It is the Emma Ritchie Charity Foundation, turning a very tragic time into hopefully a celebration. We're going to find out a little bit more about exactly what you're going to be doing to try and generate and what sort of goals you have for this foundation. We're going to be returning. Our very special guest is Brett Ritchie and the Emma Ritchie Charity Foundation. We're going to find out about that and how you can help out and how you can be a participant in it and what exactly is in the future for this foundation and what they hope to achieve. All of that is coming up on the talk show.
More than the sum of our parts.
Touchdown.
More than stamina, talent, and strength.
50, 40, 35, 30.
We are a team.
He's fighting for that end zone. He is over. Touchdown.
And this is Iowa Hawkeye football.
Iowa hosts Northwestern, Saturday, November 1st at 9 a.m. Brought to you by Mershman Furniture, Case-Fine Community Credit.
Well, music is definitely a thing that runs in the family. Brett Ritchie is Mother Mary joining us. A long history. We're finding out some of the history of the family and history going back generations. And music is going to be part of this, Mark. It's going to be part of this legacy and this Emma Ritchie Charity Foundation, and one of the funding that was the first major funding source for this is going to be a CD. And Mark, you were wondering.
Yeah, I was curious just who some of these groups are that volunteered. Some of your friends, acquaintances, and maybe people who just heard about what you had gone through. Who are they, and what have they contributed?
Well, we've got a few local artists. There's a Janine Amos, from Mount Pleasant. She's an R&B type of artist.
Okay.
We've got Tenpenny that's also from Mount Pleasant, and they're more on the heavier side. We've got Steve McLean out of the Fairfield Ottumwa area, and he's kind of classified as like a folk kind of. He's really a terrific artist. We've got House of Large Sizes from Cedar Falls, and they're a wonderful group too. They're actually signed by WAR Records out of Boulder, Colorado, and I actually had the president, Rob Gordon, from WAR Records. He actually called me and ended up giving me written permission to use 1,000 copies of a House of Large Sizes song for the disc. We have Dead Horse Trauma. I know they've played here in Burlington before. They have donated a song.
How about yourself? Are you?
Yes, I do have a song. My song will be the last track on the album. I wrote it especially for Emma. It's entitled Loveland, and actually, Mom and I are going to travel up to Cedar Rapids to visit Recording Guy's studio to record that here next Wednesday. Now, Recording Guy Studio is owned and operated by Burlington's very own Doug Johnson.
Okay.
He graduated here in Burlington. Wonderful guy, real good friend. It's just been amazing how many people just stepped up and said, "Hey, how how can I help? What can I do?
So the music community, you were telling me you play a lot of solo gigs right now. With sort of the you do a lot of the you said Cat Stevens and some familiar names like that. Sort of single Paul Simon to Cat Stevens to you name it.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of the I guess we would call sort of a semi folk rock is I guess we'd call it right now. Wouldn't that be about the right term? We also found out there's a history. There's a history in the family going back. You were telling me your wife is also a fan of one of the.
My wife Sharon is a big fan of Joey and Rory on RFD, the RFD TV channel, and Mary apparently is related to Rory. I don't know if she wants to talk about that on the air or not, but we'll make her.
Yes, he is my cousin, which would be my mom's sister's son.
And your grandfather he played the harmonica and the guitar at the same time.
My dad would play the harmonica.
Oh, okay. Brett's grandfather, your dad.
Yes.
Okay.
And just growing up silly, playing the guitar and the harmonica.
Okay, so a lot of music in the house, right?
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
All right, go back to if we could. Let's find out. And what about Emma? Was Emma very musically inclined? Did she play? Was she a?
Well, actually, anytime Emma came over to my house, I always had 2 acoustic guitars. I had taught her a few chords, and she caught right on.
Okay.
She caught right on. It was very easy to teach her. I believe I taught her C, A minor, F, and G as the 4 chords that we had gotten to. But yeah, she was very excited.
All right, so a living legacy. Let's talk about you're going to be. This is, I guess, what you plan to having this be sort of the first step in a series of various fundraising efforts for the foundation. Is that right, Brad?
Yes, absolutely. The CD sales, we would like for most of those proceeds to go back to the New London High School, to the music department. But that's just kind of a step to say, hey, here we are, and this is our cause. We are trying to put together maybe some music events, be it maybe an all-day event. We've tossed around the idea of maybe putting together a 2-day event. But right now I think we're going to try to keep it smaller, maybe an all-day event, with raffles. And
do you hope to have scholarships coming out of this as well? Is that right?
Absolutely. The money that we are able to raise within the year's time, we will choose. Our plan is to choose one Iowa student that is pursuing the arts, be it music or acting or what have you, drawing, painting, and we're asking all the art departments in Iowa. Again, our P.O. Box is 772 Mount Pleasant, Iowa 52641. We're asking teachers to nominate a student.
Okay.
Mail us a letter. Tell us about your
Tell us about your department. Tell us about the student. And honor those outstanding students of arts and music. Something that tends to get short-sheeted in a lot of districts anymore.
Yeah.
Again, now, so the CD itself, is the CD available right now? Is it out? It's not. It's yet. It will be out soon.
It will be out soon. That's our next step, is to visit Doug at Recording Guy Studio up in Cedar Rapids on Wednesday. And now I will take all the songs that I have put on a disc, and I will hand it off to him, and he will record my song, and he'll just do that Doug Johnson magic that he does do. I'm sure he'll just kind of cut the crusts, and I don't know what he does, but he's gonna produce this album, and it's going to turn out wonderful.
All right, and so concerts and other events, and this is the beginning of what you would see as a commitment to continuing this foundation It is, as you mentioned, it's got all the paper, the 501c3 designation, I think is what they call that.
Yeah.
And again, proceeds going to scholarships, to arts programs, music programs, that sort of thing. But the very first thing is the New London Music Department, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, it is Brett Ritchie and his mother Mary. They are musically inclined. They're going to be doing this is going to be a duet, right? That you're going to be singing. Is that right, the two of you? Or
no,
isn't okay.
It's just going to be me.
Okay.
I will have a guitar accompaniment. My best friend Tom Wesley will be playing the guitar on my song. I mean, I can play, but boy, Tom is very, very good. Way better than I am.
Okay. All right. Well, fantastic. Well, good luck with that. If somebody wants more information, they want to look you up on Facebook, and the Facebook address is?
The Emma Ritchie Charity Foundation on Facebook.
Okay. And you're going to use Facebook as your main operation to kind of keep the you're not. No other way to really, and you'll also be telling people on Facebook, on that foundation page, where they can find the CD and where they can also, and other events that are coming up. Is that right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, Brett Ritchie and Mary, thank you so much thank you for telling us the story about Emma. Thank you for telling us the story of your family. Good luck. And again, it is the Emma Ritchie Charity Foundation, and again, that is on Facebook. Go put that down on Facebook. And Mark, you've got what is the post office box?
Box 772, Mount Pleasant.
All right, the Emma Ritchie Charity Foundation. It lives and breathes, and it continues on. Brett and Mary, thank you for stopping by.
All right, thank you very much.
And we've got a number of special things. There is another story about dealing with tragedy. It's the bus on Jaffa Road, and it's a story written by a very prominent journalist who is going to be joining me next.